That is fair.
I want to make sure that I'm caught up with everything.
Oh, you were an Espada for like 5 minutes. I think you also tried to molest Rangiku a little bit.
No, he tried to puncture her.
Yep, I think he was also hitting on her, and then like just.
He called her beautiful. He called her beautiful, stared at her rack, and said that she would be even more beautiful if she was full of holes.
Right, that was it.
So then he tried to stab her in the tits with needles.
Me in the back. Have you not seen Tia, my boy? Okay. Damn, I did not know you have a team super with this. Or is this just like something that just links into each other?
When you have two characters that don't have an actual dual ultimate, what they do is it just one of them activates and the other one activates immediately afterwards.
For anyone who's in the audience who's still in the fairly into fighting games, Rangiku is funny. She essentially operates almost like a puppet character you would see in like Clash Ninja as like Konkuro or like, oh god, don't we know like other Carl from Blaze Blue? Yeah, let's go with that. I think Relly is. Sorry, I'm not very fluent with Blaze Blue, but yes, I believe you're right.
Carl's father.
Yeah, I know he's Carl's father. I just didn't remember like what he actually does.
He uses the wife puppet. Carl uses the sister puppet.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure. I thought he uses the puppet as like a puppet character, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna assume he does, and it's not like some weird mix up with other characters. Sorry. Anyway.
What's her, how much did you play of Exerd, Revelator? There's a girl in Revelator who is inside, like, a man mech.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, like, essentially like a Gundam character, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. She's, like, sitting inside the guy, and she controls it with a keyboard.
What the heck is going on here?
We're doing the run to...
Okay, for a second, I thought you booted up Soul Resurrection for a second. Anyway, hello, Top Wife. Who is not currently physically Top Wife, but is so in spirit, really. This is a fight. Alright, okay, I'll play.
You needed to clarify that. Yeah, so we're doing the run from wherever they crash landed to actually Las Noches.
Yeah.
And it's like they ran for like 6 hours without making
any progress. And we're making any progress whatsoever. It's just very fucking funny.
Before they realized it was an illusion and Nell had to actually take them there.
Yep. Had a brief freak out when she learned that they're Soul Reapers, but that was quickly undone, so that was totally cool.
That worm in the background is Nell's pet worm.
I thought so. So Nell is very funny and also very tragic in the same way because Neutra completely fucked her over.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with Bleach at all, this is nothing new to you, but it's just worth remembering that this tiny little girl we initially find, who just like seems like this innocent little Arrancar or whatever, was actually the former Espada number 3. Three.
Yeah, but also she is not innocent because the first time that she meets Ichigo in the gang, she mentions something about BDSM in this form. So she is not as innocent as you think she is.
Apparently not. Apparently she still has her brain a little bit from when she was an adult, but not quite fully. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. The way she ended up in this form is because Neutra was super fucking jealous of her and was just wanted her out of the picture, and so one stab in the back later and one crack in the helmet, and this is how we got here.
Misogyny is a hell of a drug.
Yep, and then and then it would take until 1,000-year blood war for Urahara. He is in fact responsible for everything that happens in this world, to come up with a device, like some sort of control device to actually keep her as a permanent adult. Which
it was a bracelet.
Yeah. You think at some point he could find out a way to actually just like steal the crack in her mask? Honestly, he's probably not far away from that.
The problem was that the crack in her mask was leaking out spiritual pressure all the time, so that's why she was able to transform for like 2 minutes and then immediately transform back because she couldn't keep it contained.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the bracelet remedies. It's like, I think the energy she leaks out, it absorbs or something, and it just goes back into her or something. I'm just surmising with that. Ichigo, why'd you leave without us? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you now. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, but that actually happens because the first time that they reunite here.
What the?
Guard break.
That wasn't a guard break move, was it? That was weird. Or maybe his shield is just like non-existent right now. I don't know. That was odd.
Probably not. Yeah, immediately Renji punches him in the face and she slaps him. So you can turn that into a fight.
Sure, let's go with it.
Is this a juggle?
Some equivalent to that. Let's go with that. It's just also very funny that he's had that same super since the first game. And, like, unfortunately, the devs for Clash of Ninja aiding, I think, was it?
Yes.
They kind of do this thing where they will frequently just constantly reuse assets for characters and not really update them whatsoever. For example, Ulquiorra, from when you first saw him as playable in Heat of Soul 4, still has the same moveset of just summoning hollows as his moveset. Yeah, I don't know either.
It's because unless they actually display new moves, there's not really a lot they can do with them.
Even then, that's not always the case, because then you'll end up with cases where, like, Jiraiya is still using the same ultimate, like, all the way up until GNT special.
Well, in those cases, they're just being straight up lit.
Yeah.
Dude, they did... No. We can't display moves he used in a fight that doesn't appear in the game. Pain is not in this game, so we can't display the massive Rasengan.
Even though dude, it's so weird. Clash of Ninja side, Jiraiya doesn't get a single Rasengan in his moveset, literally all the way up until GNT special, where he dies. Weird.
No, but he can't die in that game because Pain's not in it. Because they released a game in 2010 without Pain in it.
I know. It's weird though, because he still for his ultimate in that game, he does still engage Sage mode.
What?
Yeah, no. He for his ultimate in that game, he literally engages Sage mode and does giant Rasengan. I'll make these rules. It's like everything happened around Pain, but nothing involving Pain directly. Even though the Raikage's playable, Killer Bee's playable. Oh yeah, you fucking Kage Summit Sasuke's playable.
Right.
Got me on that one. Anyway, hello, Sleeper Best character. I'm of course kidding, but he is great.
Don Panini.
Don Panini, do I look like a delicious sandwich to you?
So in the dub, he's voiced by Neil Kaplan, who is Yamamoto and Madara.
Wait, really?
And so hearing Yamamoto saying all these things is delightful.
I did not know Neil Kaplan secretly has a good Spanish voice. That is Spanish accent. That's kind of fucking funny. Also, God, his animations. He's so flamboyant. It's great.
He's a dancer.
Yeah, he is. The only thing I remember from this fight really is the joke, Nell Saliva, that's weird out of context, and the fact that Ichigo is deliberately trying to not engage the mask so that way he can just save all his energy for later fights, but now
he's trying.
Like, one of the former Espada does push him to that point.
He doesn't even want to use his Bankai. He gets pushed, Dordoni pushes him that much because he is a Privaron Espada, former Espada, current number 103, or former third Espada.
Former third, holy shit. He was on the fucking level of Tia and Nell. God. That's insane.
Would you like to know something funny that you would never know if you didn't read a novel that has yet to be translated?
Absolutely, try me. I love obscure fucking knowledge that no one else will know. It's my specialty.
That's my specialty. Would you like to know who the former Zero Espada was?
Hit me, man. Go for it.
Xyle Opero Grants was the former Espada number 0.
Xyle. Scientist man?
Scientist man.
Former 0.
Former 0.
Well.
That comes courtesy of the Spirits Are Forever With You novel from 2012, I believe.
Also, hello BDSM former Espada that actually is kind of hot in a weird sort of way. It's a skirt. Moving on. Green lightsaber.
They call Dordoni a sandwich, but her name is literally Churuchi Sanderwichy.
Didn't know that. I did not know that.
She is also the Privaron Espada number 103. Or, sorry, 105, excuse me.
Fucking crazy. I guess okay, back on the Xyle thing. It's funny thinking about it because, like, that actually does kind of almost add up because he was the one to escape from hell and confront Ichigo in the recent chapter.
Yes, and the one shot.
Yeah. That's fucking wild. Anyway, so I'm looking at this character's design right now, and it's like, yeah, actually, Kubo tried putting in some like niche fetish things into this character. Like the gloves, the pseudo garter belt, the skirt, the Yodo that's essentially a whip. I'm just thinking to myself, wow, he's written some out there woman in this series, hasn't he? Because I'm just thinking about this and Bambi, and yeah, Black Widow.
I see this design and I just think of Loli and Mentally.
You're talking about Lolita style? Yeah, I see it.
No, there's a set of Iran card named Loli and Mentally.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're the ones that are trying to get Aizen's favor, and they almost kill Orihime that one time. Yeah.
Yes, and one of them that's an unranked Iran card thinks that they can kill Yami by using their poison resurrection.
Right.
And he's like, that won't work on me, dumb bitch, and literally kills her with a bitch slap.
And suddenly she is in resurrection. Oopsie. I don't even know what's going on with that. Is that supposed to be a bat? I have no idea.
It's some kind of bug that makes reverberating wing sounds. She can launch her wings.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, Chad. Now for you, time for you to do the one and only thing in the series that is notable outside of fighting Ichigo in the Fullbring arc, and that's literally it. God.
Yeah.
It hurts to be fans of characters sometimes.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think this is the fight that I had the most retries on my entire recording.
Is it because you're using Chad?
Yes.
That's fair. It's a shame too because like he does have some fun stuff about him, but like I can tell that he's just not fleshed out whatsoever. God, those lips are huge.
Also, his only ultimate is a counter.
Oh yeah, well you can make it work. So if it does an obnoxious amount of damage, I can see that being potentially good. Or if it's like a frame one counter, but like literally as soon as you press the button, it's active, like literally just instantaneously. But if that's not the case, then yeah, that's unfortunate. I remember like I think his forward circle is a beam though, isn't it?
I think it's down circle. Gantenbein Mosqueda is Privaron Espada number 107.
That would have been before the teleporting dude, yeah? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Sorry, everything from 1 to 6, of course I know offhand, but like 7 and up, that's more when it gets a little bit foggy for me.
They also do that AI reading thing that you were telling me about.
Yep. Oh, button reading? Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this series is not that bad about it. Aiding is not that bad about AI button reading. I've had a lot worse experiences with like Raging Blast, or like especially Oh God Burst Limit. Jesus Christ, I actively mapped it to. It's gross, but yeah.
If you say so, Gantenbein literally did a back jump to avoid landing in my counter range.
Oh. Oh, I see. You're just trying to show it off, huh? Okay. Yeah, it's...
I was trying to. With most characters, I try to do their ultimate at least once just to show it off, but...
Yeah, don't feel too bad about it, dude. Like, if you need to beat it, you need to beat it. There's, like, some ultimates I never got to show off in some games prior, so, yeah.
Some characters really are not worth it.
Yeah. However, it's very worth it.
Yeah, Noitra just walked in right afterwards and said, "Hey, bitches."
Hey, what's up? I'm here to fuck everyone up. Wait, didn't he just like straight up maul Chad or something?
Yes. He'd fucking cuts him a new one.
Yep. You want to talk about remembering Ichigo like slashing at Kenpachi, nothing happening? Boy, Chad stands didn't he just land something with the left hook, but nothing happened to him whatsoever? Cause I can imagine that happening.
He punched him in the chest as hard as he could with his left arm of the devil.
Yeah.
And it literally did nothing to him. He didn't even flinch. His body didn't even bend appropriately.
Yup. It's a fucking shame, because, like, left-handed devil, you think you would have some unique property. Okay, if Orihime's powers can apparently, like, bend the rules of the universe, I would certainly hope that Chad would have, like, at least a guaranteed one-shot against someone using his fucking left hook. No, we're doing a soccer treatment with him where he has incredible strength and things gonna get a cup of it.
Yep.
I hate it. I hate this sometimes. Anyway.
So in this case, because this fight's a gimmick, you're playing as Neutra and you have the super armor.
Yep.
And your only restriction is just beat the fight in 2 minutes. Yeah, that'll be hard.
Yeah. Oh no, that's so difficult.
Yeah, this one is just dumb.
I vaguely remember that I think back X's in this game, as in like back melee attacks, I think they actually do have like built-in armor, but I might be misconstruing that with GNT, but I could be wrong about that.
That is GNT. That is specifically GNT.
Okay, I thought that was the case with this game with some characters, but I guess I could be wrong. There might be more evasive moves.
Yeah, but things like that are just funny. So Aaroniero here is
terrifying.
He was formed by eating Metastasia, the hollow that took over, that possessed Kaien. Here's the thing, Metastasia was another one of Aizen's experiments.
Of course it was. God. That's not something we learned retroactively. We learned that in Soul Society. I genuinely did not know that, actually, but that absolutely... Okay, so Aaroniero here is essentially like 3 beings in one. It's really funny.
And he ate 33,650 hollows.
That is almost not. Sorry, if that was actually like 56,635, and now to reach stack overflow, that'd be fucking funny. Anyway, sorry. No, so essentially, Aaroniero is like, so it's the corpse of. I don't remember his name. Fuck.
Kaien,
yeah. It's a corpse of Kaien, possessed by a dead hollow, essentially, like wrapped up in the body of like another hollow that was an experiment, or maybe not an experiment, and after having gorged like 30,000 plus hollows, so bit of a monstrosity, all things considered. Yeah.
Yeah, he just turns into the Akira blob.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he really does just turn to somewhere between the Akira blob, whose testicles you could see at one frame. It's kind of weird. And, fucking, just a giant octopus.
Yep, primarily.
It's very amazing. And I don't want to short sell Rukia, but I know how the series is being portrayed by now. If you're not one of the main 3 characters, you're probably not doing much. Very much credit to her for actually being able to kill one of the Espada. Like, seriously.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter that it's technically the lowest ranked one. Even still, that is a feat.
That is nothing short of a huge accomplishment. Absolutely.
She does not have a Bankai. Let's reiterate that.
She's only got her Shikai, and she is fairly good at Keto. That's about it. So being able to do that, pretty good stuff.
Yes.
And then she's gonna absolutely fuck up Ass Nut later on.
This is something I normally wouldn't reference in these games, as I find it generally tacky, but I will bring up a Bleach Abridged series.
Okay.
The only good one there is, and that's because they actually have managed to get to this point, astoundingly enough.
Wow.
And they do something that's kind of funny with this interaction, and that's that they have Rukia be so repressed that she literally doesn't remember who Kaien is, and going just off of visuals, actually thinks that he's Shuhei.
Okay.
That sounds incredibly stupid, just hearing it out loud, but it is actually funny what they do with it.
Yeah. My
Now,
God, that is a sharp Renji render. Holy fuck.
We saw it earlier, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I forget sometimes.
It also makes his hair look really weird.
Just makes it look like if we were taking the ponytail out, his hair would just be sticking straight up.
Kinda, yeah. It's gonna be a weird comparison, put it in maybe, but it actually reminds me of Yugo's hair from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, that particular render.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. So the two rival characters, what are you two up to? They unfortunately usually comedy bit, despite them actually being really hardcore in their own right. Oh boy. Oh me, oh my.
You might remember this.
I distinctly remember this.
It's not this one, it's the next one. Or rather, it's
oh yeah, right.
It's the subversion. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Has Aaroniero hair always been this desaturated, by the way, in this game?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm not the only one like seeing this. All right then.
I actually think it might have been darker in 3 and below.
I believe you're right. It's just like it's very noticeable, especially given like we have more like modern designs. Like we have the probably colorations for a lot of characters, but then we have this. It's just like, huh? Yeah, they haven't really touched a lot of things, huh?
In the anime, his hair is blue-ish.
Yeah.
Here, there's a slight blue tint to it, but yes, it does look black. In the earlier games, I'm pretty sure that his hair is just straight up black.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just very desaturated here for what it should be, and it is kind of noticeable, especially with the fact that the blade he has is supposed to be blue, but it's green. I mean, it's not a big fucking deal. It's just kind of funny and noticeable.
No, I think it is green.
Really? Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, we got this.
This move.
Hi, Spriggan.
Yeah.
I was meaning to say this. But yeah. Hello. It's just like you would think that like okay, even though Renji by himself, like he's not the most experienced Soul Reaper. Obviously, he just got his Bankai like last week, practically. Like in terms of like for all we know, but team with Uryu, like obviously at this point. We don't know how fucking crazy the Quincy actually are. We will get a glimpse of that later, but even at this point, like, Uryu's efficiency at taking things apart on the molecular level should at least help out quite a bit, and it did do something. Unfortunately, then immediately he would activate Resurrection and like turn into like a voodoo monster, but still.
So actually, he does not do it immediately. What he does is he eats one of his fractions whole. In the manga, in the anime, he turns it into an orb of energy and just bites into that instead.
Yeah. Because
he's all bloodied and his clothes are destroyed. He says, "I'm going to give you a brief retrieve. I'm going to go change my clothes, and when I come back, then we can have a fight for real." And immediately you see them try to run away, as they should. But you find out that Zyle can actually manipulate the structure of the building. He has this touchscreen, sort of like Mario Maker type of thing. Where it's like he can alter the layout of the building on the fly, so he just he literally creates the infinite staircase from Mario 64.
Right, yeah.
Except it's a square spiral pattern staircase, and they're just running for like 15 minutes before they finally come to a door, and it's the room they were already in. And Zyle's waiting for them in it.
Alright, so for Ulquiorra here, time for an exercise in futility. Because holy shit, this really is just... I'm more convinced than ever that Ulquiorra is definitely probably more a little inspired from Frieza, but like in a very good retroactive like kind of way.
I don't like that, but I'll go off.
No, in a good way. More so like not in terms of like character, but like the story beats. Like you know what I mean? Like made to like playing up like a whole sense of like futility and like hopelessness, like especially just up against like such overwhelming strength.
You say that, and somehow the first thing that comes to mind is Derek's lizard voice, and that lizard voice coming out of Ulquiorra.
Yeah, that's scary. But no, this character that is literally just number 4. Ichigo should know that you probably don't have much of a snowball chance against this guy. He is in the top 5. Holy fuck! And so goes for it, and that did not go very well.
He didn't find out that Ulquiorra was number 4 until after he already hit him and already got his shit pushed in already.
Yeah, but it's funny though, because he was assuming that Ulquiorra was the strongest one, which I mean, to be fair, we hadn't even been really introduced to the top 3 yet anyway, so understandable. I will definitely give him that, but it's like, oh, you're not even the strongest. Oh, fuck me.
Dude, it is a haunting moment when Ichigo tries to stab him in the chest, and Ulquiorra's like, alright, I guess we're doing this now. Manipulates the sword with his own hand to cut his shirt open.
Yep.
And you just see the four on his tit.
So it's like the ceiling above Grimmjow you have to reach. There's a ceiling above that character. So it's like you're 3 ceilings below, my god. You gotta do something. This isn't looking good.
And you've got Noitora in the middle.
Yep. Fucking one hell of a roadblock, so good luck, Ichigo. I'm just very glad that, you know, obviously the justification is that he's getting the fight with Grimmjow really helped him to sharpen his sense with using the Hollow Mask, and that's a semi-decent justification. I just view it more as like he probably just got a huge Zenkai boost from being killed off and then fighting Grimmjow. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I would go with it.
Because even if like you were to extend the timing of it and like how much power you can draw from the mask, it's like, damn, you got completely bodied by base Ulquiorra, and then like the next fight you're matching, if not slightly overpowering him.
Ulquiorra that hasn't even picked up his sword yet.
Yeah. Jesus. A little bit of a jump. You could probably tell there was like a little bit of like a narrative rush with the middle of the Hueco Mondo arc. Not a big one, but like it's just a little bit present.
Yeah. Once Ichigo gets into his fight with Grimmjow, then the Hollow Mask becomes permanent. Yeah. Also in this fight we have the Heart Virus equipped. Both of us.
Oh, you do? What the fuck? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Odd, but maybe it's more so. Maybe it's like a weird way of like introducing a glorified timer. I have no idea.
We have some fights with the timer.
Also, it's I don't know if you have in this game, but okay, you do have Grand Ray Zero Super in this game.
Yes. Question answered.
Yep, there we go. Oh no, you activated my trap card, D-Prison. I just love how it's getting sucked into a void for Ulquiorra is just more of a slight inconvenience.
No, he activated Gold Sarcophagus.
I'll see you in 2 turns. We're gonna have a fight before then.
He sends him into the future 3 hours. Oh, and that's the end of the first video. Oops.
That's okay. Time for a quick reprieve, and I guess find a way to quickly do an outro before we get to the next fight, which is probably gonna be the last of it. Oh boy. And we're not at the peak of this yet.